been the most difficult part or the most difficult adjustment process for you to outside linebacker?
I think the most difficult process would be just, getting the technique down so I can coach up the youth, coaching the new kids coming in, the freshmen, stuff like that, making sure I'm on my P's and Q's so I can also teach them the same thing.
You mentioned the natural athletic switch that you maybe have. How much do you think that's benefited you in your switch to outside linebacker?
I think it more so benefit me on the speed aspect of it, coming in as a smaller D lineman in the Big Ten was always, a problem, stuff like that. Now I get to utilize my skills, my strengths, necessarily focusing on the weaknesses while building the weaknesses and stuff like that. So I think outside linebacker would be a good fit for me, and then we're going to show some teams up on August 28th.
How do you go about, it's a new position for you, what's the key in making sure you're able to correctly teach that to some of the younger guys as you're still kind of learning it yourself?
I think the biggest thing is to understand football, watching tape, understanding technique, listening, gathering information from all my coaches, and then from what my coaches teach me, coaching, putting it back into the rookies.
Does that help you learn it better when you teach it to someone else?
It really does help, type, because I know, like, if I mess up on this, I'm going to have to show them, and what better way to show them than I can show them on the field, and we always go in the film and correct it on tape so I can show them, like, okay, this is what you do right here, this how you read and react. It almost becomes fluent to teach them on the field, on the fly, but when you can sit in the film room and really break it down to them, from 5 years of knowledge of the football game, it almost comes easy.
How did today's scrimmage go in comparison to the last spring scrimmage that you guys were able to do?
I think this scrimmage was better. So on a team aspect of it, the defense is coming along well. Everybody's playing as one. Everybody trusting everybody to do their job and stuff like that, playing off each other. I think it's a better defense overall. We made a big jump from the spring. We're going to keep making those jumps.
We're only able to get out there for about 10-15 minutes per practice. Things really under wraps. How excited are you guys to kind of show off everything, with this new system, new scheme, and what you've put in place here in a couple weeks?
Yeah, I think everybody's just ready to show what they've been working hard with. Everybody's ready for August 28th. Everybody's putting in this work for almost a year and 2 years almost. So I think everybody's ready for August 28th.
What are your impressions of some of the younger guys in that room, Seth, Ezekiel, Shaman? How are they coming along? What do they bring to the table?
I think everybody's coming along good, Seth coming along, speed, getting his weight up. Now he's at 240, We got the rookies coming in, DJ and Marco, they all got their own special talents and strengths and weaknesses. We want to build off those. When we on the field, they get their reps. We make sure we coaching them, being the, the upperclassmen leaders that we are, making sure they get their reps so they be ready to lead when we leave.
Kind of a random one, but like last year at this time, everything was kind of locked down. Like you guys, it was like home football. What's it like just to have a little bit more normalcy and be able to see people outside of a bubble again?
I think it's better so more you can lock on football. You can almost focus on football. I think last year it was a lot going on with COVID and stuff like that. So now we can just be in the football facility, have a normal camp, football all day. Like, who doesn't love football, We can lock in, pick up on everything we need to pick on in the meeting room and just keep building every day, stacking days.
How much body transformation did you have to go into with a new position and all that with Tank this summer? Was that a big emphasis for the outside linebacker?
It wasn't necessarily a big emphasis. We just made sure everybody worked hard. If everybody's working hard, they could, fix themselves, agility, speed, quickness, power, everybody's working on these things. It's no drop-off, everybody's getting better.